I'm Dr. C. Victor Herman III, and I'm taking it to the house.
And I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover, and I'm taking it to the house. Man, how long has it been? Last time we were on the air, the NBA was on. We're going to talk about the NBA to close up shop. This great USA of ours had a birthday, so there was fireworks just on the 4th of July. Fireworks in the Major League Baseball. Last night was a home run. A Dodger won the home run contest. We got Caitlin Clark news. We got Angel Reese news. There's fireworks there because they're not on the Olympic team. We got the Olympics getting ready to start up. We got Bronny James. What? A Laker. Bronny James, a Laker. That's fireworks. I definitely need to hear what you got to say. But, brother, we cannot start this show without giving our producer and Bostonian fans their props. I'll leave it with you, sir. The deck is set.
Who said this is a biased TV show? Yeah. Die-hard Laker fan. You all know what we're about. But as my co-host has said, props to our producer. It's not coincidence that our time away happened right after the Celtics won their 18th championship. I mean, you all can have conjecture all you want. I am here to tell you, no beef here. No beef here. You play to win the game, and they won the game. They are the winningest franchise in the NBA. It is what it is. I may not like the team, but I tell you what, I respect the team. And I respect what they've been doing the last 5 years. I respect what they've been doing since before Kobe retired. They've demonstrated they're committed to excellence. So I hope that lit a fire underneath the collector underneath our team in LA to understand, listen, guess who's big brother now? You still looking up to the champs. And it would hurt me to say that, but it doesn't because I am so disappointed in that team out west. I'm so disappointed because somewhere along the line, we lost our championship DNA. We lost our identity. But I can tell you, them Green Boys on the East, they let it be known. They rebuilt, they reloaded, they fired a coach, they reloaded, they hired a new coach, and still had the same results, getting deep into the playoffs. I love it. I love it. Now, game, set, match. What you gonna do, LA? What you gonna do?
Well said. Let's go back to Red Auerbach. Let's go back to him transitioning to Danny Ainge. Oh, Danny Ainge moved on to Utah. Let's talk about who he hired. Danny Ainge hired as a coach, Brad Stevens. Oh, Brad Stevens decided to go to the general manager position. Look at who he hired. Okay, Ime Udoka. Okay, well he had a little, a man problem. Just couldn't keep his willie in his pants, and so they had the next man move up to the next seat. And so you talked about excellence. They demonstrate excellence for the last 7 years. I'm talking about Danny Ainge needs to get some credit because these are some of the guys that he drafted. And then we talk about what Stevens did to assemble the team to get them over the hump. Drew Holiday comes in. We're talking about White, who's been there a couple of years. We're talking about Al Horford. Okay, and so even our producer would say, people wanted to break up Brown and Tatum, wanted to break them up. People, I'm not talking about just our producer. I'm talking about talking heads and people that are even more knowledgeable than you and I. And you and I said, break them up. What? What? No. Why? Anybody would want any one of them, let alone both of them, at this level, all-star caliber, all NBA caliber. They're hard to come by. So, yes, you talked about excellence. You talked about even bias. We are a Laker team, but no, we're going to give credit where credit is due. The green team in the East deserves credit for excellence in the organization. He talked about the West Coast team lost their way, lost their vision, lost their path, lost their identity. Greens, the Boston, the Seas have not. They have continued on from what Red did Ainge has done and what Stevens is doing now, and they maintain a high level of excellence, I don't mind that they won. I really don't. I really don't. I'd rather it be my team, but guess what? Only one team can win. And Boston deserves all the credit. Being the winningest NBA franchise, cool. But it's not even really about the organization that I'm happy for. I'm happy for the Drew Holidays, the Tatums to get the monkey off the back, the Browns, and people who said they couldn't do it. Well, they did it. And here's pie in everybody's face. Yes, they did it. They did it and did it well. I'm happy for Jalen Brown, Eastern Conference Finals MVP to the Finals NBA Finals MVP, deservedly so. Tatum was okay, but he showed up, but he was pretty consistent. But he was more of a playmaker, which years ago people would say, no, he wasn't going to be a playmaker. He was about his scoring. He was a playmaker. Jalen Brown deserves it. Why? Because he was on Luka like he was in Luka's ass. Okay, in his ass crack. Everywhere Luka went, you had Jalen. So he was guarding the best player on the other man's team, best team. Okay, and he was still putting up numbers. So I'm happy for Jalen. I'm happy for Drew when he was a cast off for Milwaukee. And Milwaukee didn't know how to show him no love. He comes on over here and brings him a chip. So cool for that. And then you got to talk about the old man Horford. Wow. Finally. How many years? Has it been 20 years? I don't know how many years, but to go this long and to see it on other people's faces, that smile, that having finally arrived, and now it's his. I'm happy for the Al Horfords of the world. So, Boston, congratulations. You deserve it. And the way you were built, I don't see why you can't do it again. I don't care if it's the East, I don't care if it's West. You're the best team on the planet, and I salute you.
Now, using that as a template, and you talked about the Olympics, why are they chumping and why are they punking our boy Jalen Brown? Yeah, I said our boy because now he's representing the NBA for America. He's not representing the C's. But why are they disrespecting him, man? You just said Eastern Conference Finals, NBA Finals MVP, and they snub him. They snub him, man, on the best team to represent America for his teammate that lost a tooth. Come on, bruh. I mean, is it is like what's here? Is this an Isaiah Thomas thing? Is this an Isaiah Thomas thing? Why is Jalen Brown getting overlooked? Why is he getting disrespected, man? He is a Finals MVP.
It don't make no kind of sense, honestly. And I'm going to come to the defense of Jalen. He should be. Matter of fact, he should have had a first right of refusal, if you ask me. He should have been on the team before anybody else. So a lot of this is politics, and I don't get it. Some of this is branding, Nike, and he's not a Nike guy. I kind of get it, but I don't, because this should be about who is the best representative for the U.S. of A. I don't care about the swoosh or the star or whatever is on the logo. I remember when the Dream Team, they covered up whatever logo they had because they're represented by other agencies and marketing teams. So uh, I don't know what is the reason. There is no justifiable reason why he is not on the team. So snub is the great word, but I think it's a shame. Whoever is in the decision making business for who finally gets on the team, it's madness to me. It's ludicrous to me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And he should be on the team. But now, guess what? Now it's this far down the road. I would not want to be on the team. I would give him the middle finger and say, "Go on about my business. Y'all go on about your business." And peace, partner. I'll deal with y'all later. Matter of fact, I got another couple Olympics coming. Some of y'all be dead, gone, and buried. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It makes no sense. Um, why? How does politics find its way here? But politics is everywhere. Again, it's U.S. of A. Is he the best player? He was the best player on the best team in the NBA. That doesn't add up. Take away corporate sponsorships, all that kind of mess. We want the best, and he has a following as well. So as one of your catchphrases, dismiss me with that.
Well, now that we're in the Olympics, man, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, how can they not be on the women's team? Bruh, make that make sense to me. Please help me out.
I'm torn, bruh. I am torn. I am torn. I am torn because when I saw the lineup, I'm like, who do you take off? If you look at the lineup of who the women are putting in there, it's like, who do you take off? Are we going Caitlin and Angel because they're the rookie buzz? Is that's like putting Magic Johnson, Larry Bird the rookie year? Is because they had the buzz, but what have they done? I'm not taking away. Look, Angel Reese on this double double record. You got Caitlin, who's your assassin from outside, but are they the best too? It's not like a Jalen Brown thing where he is the best. He is the best on his team. He's the best on the championship team. But we got two rookies who we've been following since their college days. Is it the media buzz that says they're as good as they are, or are they as good as they are? They are great. But when we look at the past Olympic champions on that roster, it's hard for me to say if I put them both on, who do I take off? So I'm torn. I wish they were there. However, I can understand why they're not.
So, who do you take off is a great question. Great question. And I don't have an answer for you. But I think big picture. I think marketing. I think WNBA and making this more worldwide accessible, acceptable to grow the game, add them to the team. And I would argue that their numbers, their current numbers, you said you got past Olympians, but their current WNBA record or statistics, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are comparable. So you have filled out an Olympic roster based on past performance, not current performance. I would say Clark and Reese are as good as they are currently. Just look at the stats. The stats do hold up. So then, is it favoritism that you fill out this roster? Okay, maybe. Is it old school? You know me, I know you, and this is a kumbaya, and man, let's go out one more time. I understand all that. But the bigger picture, if you want to market the WNBA, I'm talking about, if you want to make this more, give it more teeth, give it more light, give it more shine, you put them on and you say, thank you, Diana, thank you, Brittany Griner, thank you, whoever, for your service, your past service, but we're trying to move it forward. We're trying to pay it forward. We're trying to move on. Okay, so and I mentioned those two in particular because their statistics are not as good as Clark's and as Reese's right now. They're not. I can see your age, Asia Wilson. I can see Plum. I can see uh, 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 a couple others. This name escapes me, but no, they need to be on the team. I'm talking about Clark and Reese. They need to be on the team. They should be on the team, not because of an injury, but because of who they are and what we're trying to do to grow the WNBA. That's my argument.
I'm with you, but we just contradicted, right? Or we talk about politics for the men, but then we want to operate politics for the women. I totally agree with you from a marketing standpoint. The other side is if there is someone to take away, what did Brittany do? Brittany's been gone for 18 months. You did enough when you came back to be warranted on to be on the Olympic team. And the other side that's probably a disadvantage for the women's sport is that it starts so late in the year of an Olympics. Our men have already finished the season based,
Yeah.
and so you can leverage. They were all star. They were already a champion. And so now you have the stats to back up current production. They're in the middle of a WNBA season, and I think that kind of hurts as well. I'm with you. I could see again if there's two, I could see those two being removed, but you do have the name recognition definitely for Tarasi, Brittany. Okay, we don't need another international incident with her. But what allowed her to be there? But she's a big. Even if you put Angel in there or you put Caitlin, Brittany's a big. I mean, that's a. I mean, someone needs to crash the boards. So now it's not even a matter of what two will we substitute as far as stats production. What is the position we would take Caitlin and put her to replace what position in kind, and saying what position in kind would Angel replace? And I think that's where we run into the challenge. Um, but I'm with you. We're trying to, if Adam Silver's trying to grow the global brand the same way we did the NBA 25, 30 years ago when we started bringing in an influx of international players, what better way to really allow these two young women who are
Yep.
dominating out here to the point you and I can have discussion and name more than two people on a roster? That's how much WNBA has started bringing the energy and attention.
Well said.
What
Well said.
would that have done to bring them? We watched the 92 Dream Team specials and even the Redeem Team, and you watched how Jordan was followed in the streets of Barcelona. So likewise, if you watch the Redeem Team documentary, how much the fans flocked around Kobe. And so if you just use those two examples of the global icon that the NBA was, and relay that, use that as an overlay for the WNBA, and having Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese be those poster women, we do miss a big opportunity. 4 years from now,
Yeah.
the momentum we have already is there. But from a global perspective, I totally agree with you that there is a missed opportunity. Even if they had this two extra rosters and they sat on the bench somehow, just how would you
Right.
incorporate them in the
Yeah.
international game?
Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? Old adage. And so they need to be on the team. They need to be on the roster. Let's switch gears. Let's go to the Midsummer Classic right now. We got an All Star game coming in tonight. You in it? You out of it? But speaking of baseball, our Dodgers are on a tailspin right now. A couple of weeks ago, they were playing against the Phillies, and I got a chance to watch a couple of those games. The Phillies look real. They look real. They have pitching. They have hitting. They got defense. All facets. Yes, we have injuries, but nobody gives a rat's tail about injuries. Mookie's hurt. We got pitching that's hurt. Kershaw's in rehab. We got everything wrong, and then we got a $700 million man who's playing his butt off. I'm talking about Otani playing his butt off, but he can't do it all. And he's just DHing, and he's doing DHing at a high level. So I wanted to get your baseball take, your Dodger take. Let me know where your head is at, sir.
Well, we always look good April, May, and June. I don't care. It's what we look like come late August, September, because we're supposed to be playing deep in October. The injuries is something we've been plagued with the last few years. I just saw the Dustin Mays out again. It's like, golly, can we get it? We had this strong caliber bullpen, but we can never release that portion in October. It's back in the shop. Soon as September hits, we hit a pothole. The high running vehicle is in the shop. Tire needs to be changed. Another rotation here, another radiator. I mean, it's like everything. It's July. I'm again. It hurts to watch us do the tailspin, but if we're going to recover, we'll recover. As soon as Mookie got hurt a couple weeks ago or last month, I knew then. Okay, this is what happens to us. So Philly will get hot. There's always those teams that get hot that are out of it now, and that's why it's a long season, 162 games. So much can happen. I love the momentum we came out with, but now after tonight, we're in the second half of the season. This is where the team makes its money. I still Dave we trust. I don't. He is not the one hitting. He's not the one pitching, and so I'm always cautious that the Dodgers don't make a knee jerk reaction and remove him or release him. He is doing everything he can to put us in position to win. He can't pitch it. He can't hit it. If they're going to fire anyone, fire the conditioning staff. Do those kind of things. But he is. And we talked about consistency earlier and how the Boston Celtics have weathered the numerous storms. We have a great coach. Let's just
Yep.
make sure our team is healthy. And to your
Yep.
point, to have a very energetic Otani who's bringing it. It just hurts to see that we're not able to complement what he's bringing. But I trust in the next 6 to 8 weeks we become healthy and we can do some damage. But it's a long season. It's a long season.
Yeah, I see. I can see the Dodgers making it back to the World Series, but the Philadelphia Phillies will be a big problem. I can see them in the National League Conference Finals or whatever league finals, whatever that may be called, going prior to going to the World Series. Yankees look good, but they're in a tailspin right now. Aaron Judge is still smashing. He's just a smasher, man. I love his game. I love his demeanor, and I don't really see anybody in the American League that really could challenge him. And I have to pay more attention to baseball now that basketball is over and we're going now into the post All Star. So more to be said, more to be updated. But our little brothers to the south, San Diego, they're still the little brothers of the south, and they will continue to be the little brothers of the south. Matter of fact, I said too much already about San Diego, so I'm ready to leave San Diego alone. Across the pond, though, Wimbledon. Did you get a chance to look at Wimbledon? U.S. Open, excuse me, the British Open golf is about to start up. Any talk, any take, any thoughts about either of the two? I
Not,
brought up Wimbledon because Coco Cup, man, Coco, Coco, golf, Coco, Coco, Coco. Did you realize it was Wimbledon? Did you realize that you outranked old girl? Did you realize that tennis is an individual sport? You're looking up in the box looking for coaching. There's no coaching in tennis. No. What do you do? What do you do? How about adjust? How about change what you're doing? How about if it's not working, try something different? Or be humble and your post game interview conference, cool. You took it on the chin. But during the match, if there was court etiquette, I think you broke it. I didn't like the display. I didn't like the way you were handling yourself in the moment. And I get it. It's stressful. I get it. It's pressure. And I know you are feeling it. I'm getting my ass beat out here in front of everybody and the world. Get it. I get it. I get it. Handle yourself a little bit better as you're getting your tail whooped, as your brain is open. We see the white meat. Handle it just a little bit better. That's all. That's my only Wimbledon take I had, brother.
on that take of Wimbledon, when you watch Coco struggle, to me, it shows how powerful, how commanding, how dominating Serena and Venus were. That
Mm,
Coco had this good, she was on a good momentum. She's getting a lot of attention. Uh, much focus was on her. She was dominating. But dominating one season means nothing. We're talking about dominating over a course of decades. And so we look at what Serena, what the Williams sisters were able to do and how they battled adversity. We're not going to say Serena didn't. No, she went at it, but she also knew at the end of the day, it's about me. It's me versus you. She may go after the coaches, the referees, sideline judges, what have you, but you can see consistency. And look at me, those great tennis players. You look at Navratilova, you look at Everett, you look at the Williams sisters. Um,
yeah,
there's when you start talking about building your legacy, it takes more than just one open. You have to be about that business all the time. As you stated, you were number
yeah,
one. You're higher ranking. Who got in your head? Or did you get in your own head? Did you forget you're still a pro and someone else is a pro too? They're coming to take your lunch. Just because they're rated number 15, 20, 30, what have you, and you're number top 10, they are still a pro. That's the same thing in NFL we talk about. You may be last place, but you're still a professional football team. Don't you take a day off. And so Coco should still be learning. We're expecting her to still learn and grow in this profession, grow as a professional, that no one's scared of you. No one's
yeah,
scared of you. The target is on your back. Serena and Venus knew a target was on their back every time. They may have been scared of her, but they did not fear being on that same court and bringing it. Because there are many times, many wins they've had, just as much many losses. But again,
Yep.
their consistency of domination means a lot. So
Yes.
you talked on the Wimbledon. We went across the pond, but I have to ask: did you watch this American Cup or this Copa Americana? That we took all that craziness that you would see in South America, soccer riots and fighting, and it was transplanted. It was transplanted to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Miami, bruh. Like, did you see that all in one week? We have fans in the stands fighting with players like it was the Indiana Pacers game, bruh. Then you have fans stampeding the Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in Miami, climbing through vents. Like, is what the bruh? I was just at Miami Stadium. I was just at the Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in January watching the Miami Dolphins play the Buffalo Bills. There's no way I would have thought, even conceived, that I could bum rush the stadium, man. Like we can't even talk about Messier getting his foot looking about the size of a freaking watermelon. But fans out of control. Did you see that? What was your thoughts about that, man?
My thoughts are a travesty to security. It's a travesty that we can be fans. What is fan short for? Fanatical, being a fanatic, and so we can be overzealous. Come on, we it was a shame, and people got hurt. People got arrested. Uh, People had seats and bought seats and couldn't sit in their own seats. So uh, I don't get it, and it's also part of the reason why I'm actually a little bit me. I'm actually leery of large crowds. I am, because I expect somebody and something stupid to happen. I always do. That means I can't enjoy my outing, whether it's football, going through an airport. I'm not scared like that where I can't go or got a phobia. No, I'm actually expecting something stupid to happen. You remember back in the day, you went to the club, somebody stepped on somebody's shoes. Guess what? Next thing you know, it's a rumble in the jungle. I'm leery of that. So back to Copa America, back to people climbing over fences, bum rushing a stadium. I think they did it because they thought they could and they can get away with it. So therefore, where is the security? Where is the level of security to help keep and maintain peace? I'm willing to bet that the security was very incognito, maybe very low. You pay minimum so that you can make maximum, kind of a thing. So there's minimum security, so they can make more money. And that's what I think. And I think we're going to learn a lesson from this. And I hope a lesson is learned that this can be controlled because isn't the World Cup coming pretty soon to the US of A? So we need to look at this and then okay say no, we can't have it happen again, whether it's local security or you hire your own firms and agencies to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And I'm not just talking about the entrance. I'm talking about during the games. I'm talking about perimeter security as well, so that the people like you and myself, when we go, that we can actually enjoy ourselves. But damn, bruh, what happened? How did times change like this? You remember back in the day, you could have a Coke and a smile. Now you gotta be carrying a piece. You got to go to a game with your daughter or son or your wife and worry about your own safety. That's why I think more people won't go. No, security needs to be intact so that people can, their fan viewership in person can be as safe as possible. That's my take, sir.
I had never gone to a men's professional soccer match here in DC. I've taken my daughter to the women's professional match. It's been a great experience. But seeing what I saw over the weekend, that scares me. I've been to numerous, you already know, I'm on the NFL bucket list tour. I've hit already 9 out of the 32 stadiums in the last 3 years. I have not felt any fear to go to a stadium. Watching that, I would not want to go to a live soccer match. That did not feel like we were in America. Again, that was two events over 3 days. You had fans fighting players on the field 2 days earlier, and that was supposed to be the highlight of the weekend on that Friday night. only for me to return and see the highlights and wonder, hey, why was the game delayed? And then I see this. And to your point, if I'm paying $1,000 for that ticket, I would like to imagine this ticket also comes with some level of safety, that I could believe that this stadium has put parameters in place to ensure my safety. You took my $1,000, I'm guaranteed a seat. Now you tell me I paid $1,000 and someone's in my seat. Well, that's saying
Right.
someone had the inclination to fight and scrap all the way through the entrance. You think me and my $1,000 ticket, I want to fight this person sitting in my seat saying, "You want the seat? Come fight." That is crazy. Because
Yeah.
obviously they're ready to go. They know they're already in someone's seat. They ready to go. I'm in your seat right now. You tell me you want my ticket. You want the seat? Come get it. Come on. Come on. You know what? I'll just stand right here in the aisle. In fact, did you want a hot dog and two cokes, or was it two hot dogs and one coke? I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. But that's just a sadness because we're spending more time talking about the events that happen other than what happened on the field. And I know if
Right.
if Major League Soccer and the what they call the world's game, whatever, they got some cliche. Um, they want to be taken seriously in America, then they can't bring that kind of stuff. There's fan fanatics, but at many sports venues we have, I have
Yeah.
never in my short 47 and a half years of life has seen that happen in America. I have
Yeah.
not seen that. And you're right. 2 years we had the World Cup, and there could be a lot more where that came from. So is America truly ready to host that event if we can't handle the Copa Americana?
Well said, brother. Good energy today. I love it, and let's keep it going. My last take is I just want to thank you all for keeping up with us, staying in tune with us. Whether we're off for a week, 2 weeks, you guys keep coming back, and I want to just say thank you. You have busy lives, you have families going on, you have a lot going on, and you take the time to listen to us, and I say thank you. And to my family, to the loss of our matriarch, uh, may you find peace if you're listening to this. May you find peace as we go on, as Mama Hoover rests in heaven right now as we speak. And the last thing is uh, COVID is still here, guys. It ain't going nowhere. I just ask, and it's not COVID related, it's just health related. If you are sick, please, please, please go see a doctor. It's that simple. Or how about stay home and remedy, treat the symptoms, take care of yourself before you go back to work or before you congregate with others and pass it on. Okay, so just bear in mind if it's a cough, maybe it's a little more serious. Take the time, investigate it. But seeing a doctor goes a long, long way. And I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover, and I'm taking it to the house.
Well said. Well said. Team, we love you all. We know we take our sabbaticals, but as you heard, we've had some family losses, and the show will not go on when that happens. We have to take care of business as we'd ask you all to take care of your business. And the other side, team, we love what we do. And this may be the 30 to 45 minutes to escape the craziness of our day-to-day lives, and we can laugh and cut up. And in saying that, team, in saying that, it does not matter if you're on the left side of the aisle, the right side of the aisle, team red, team blue. Let's be a country of being united, like we're called United States of America. This is not a political show, yet we may talk about some topics. But last week, someone attempted to assassinate a president, an ex-president. Regardless, left side, right side, team red, it does not matter. I spent many months in combat to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We're better than that, country. We're better than that. Whatever your views are, whatever your views are, disagreement does not equal disrespect. It's how we disagree, equal disrespect. But regardless of those views, life is life. Life is life. And so for us to have to witness that on television, it's unfortunate. So, team, we may fight about Boston Celtics versus Los Angeles Lakers. At the end of the day, we respect each other. Let's try to make the same country to be able to have two different sides, two different points, instead of the end of the day, say I respect you, just keep it moving. But let's do better. Let's do better. Team, check us out on all our platforms. Facebook, Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram. We still bring the heat. We know we got about 3.5 weeks until football season starts. We get through the dog days of summer together. But continue shooting those notes, continue shooting questions. We're ready to entertain. So excited as we get ready for this new season. You all take care. Dr. Stephen Irvin III, take it to the house. Out.